Right, so that's all dissolved really nicely, as you can see. Look at that, beautiful. So what we're going to do, pour this straight in. These videos seem to be doing pretty damn good. There we go, 5-second video. What I'm going to do is just give this a knead. So making sure that you're using your heels of your hands to knead the dough. Really, really important to make sure that you knead it, rather than, you know, you can't knead your hand with your hands. You have to use your heels. Right, so this is almost there. Now you don't want to overwork it. Now the point where you overwork it, where you probably like working it for like, what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's a little too long. So it's only like 5 to 10 you want to be working it for. So I've almost done 5 minutes now. Just going to cling film this up very nicely, ready to go. Right, so beautiful. Is actually cutting it long ways, but not cutting all the way through the root. So actually using your sharp knife, cut all the way right up to the end, and just leaving a little bit so it holds together. If you cut all the way through, it's going to be slipping and sliding. You're going to be all over the place. So the more lines you can get in there, the more cuts, the more finer it's going to be. And same again, doing it vertical, but not cutting all the way through. Just cutting right up to that edge of the root. And then obviously, to finish it off, just cutting down, using your middle finger for some guidance. Dicing it up into a nice little dice. Perfect. And then with the end piece, dice it up. Pretty simple. There you go. There's our beautiful diced onion. Right. A little bit more time. Where we're at now. Okay. So I'm going to add the onions to start to heat up. You don't want it too hot. Just want it sizzling gently. Yeah, it's sizzling very nicely. Very nice and gentle. So I'm just going to cook these down while I chop up the tomatoes. And then we're going to add the canned tomatoes as well. We're going to add a little bit of vinegar to bring out the flavors. Because obviously tomatoes are quite acidic. We're just going to add a little bit of honey or sugar just to bring the acidity and the pH back up to a nice little balance, so it's not too sharp, it's not too sweet. It's just right in between. So, nice. There we go. Not struggling now. Much sharper now. Fantastic. Especially when it comes to like tomato sauces and things, it's just, I just love it. It's got a great taste to it. Got those beautiful plum tomatoes, and they'll cook down. You know, we'll crush them down. They're beautiful. So I'm just going to leave them as they are. It's fine. You can crush them if you want, like pierce them. They might squirt in you in the face, so just be very careful. But I feel like these ones have a like far better flavor. You can dice them up on your board if you really want to, but I'm putting them in whole. Fantastic. So yeah. I'm going to just top this up with a bit of water. Then we're going to get a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of honey in there, or sugar, and we should be good. And I don't want too much water in there. Just enough for it so it doesn't like burn when it's cooking down, so it doesn't reduce too much. Watch your fingers. If you want to use I would say microplane is probably better for the ginger than the garlic crusher. You can use a garlic crusher for the garlic, but I'm just going to put both of them through here. And everyone asks me, like, now, I don't know, I guess you guys haven't asked this for a while, but some people usually ask me, what's your favorite tool in the kitchen? This is my favorite tool in the kitchen. I use it nearly every day. I love it. It's great. Right, so now the reason why I use my hands for the egg whites and egg yolks, just a little tip: when you crack the eggs open, the shards are sharp. So if you're using the shell to scoop it, you're more likely going to pierce the yolk, and it's going to make a mess. So actually using your hands, you actually got more control of not breaking it. So whenever somebody says use the shells, yeah, don't. It's a schoolboy error. So we're just going to froth this up. We don't want to turn it to meringue base. We just kind of want it kind of frothy like this. So don't want to take it too far. So it's just going to give that nice little crunch for the batter for the General Tso's. There we go. That's fine. Don't want to take it any further than that. So we're going to add the garlic, the ginger. We're also going to add, I need rice vinegar, soy, Kind of. So, about a teaspoon in there. So what we're going to do, just whisk that up. So if you want this recipe for General Tso's chicken and shrimp, this is on my website. I have done it for a Friday recipe. So if you are actually after this recipe, it's on my website. Exclamation mark website. Beautiful. Okay, so that's good to go. We're going to use half of that into the dry so we can make some nice little clumps so we can fry it up and make it crunchy. So all we need is about roughly a teaspoon. Don't want to go too crazy with that. So there we go. So 120. Right, so 120 of this. Cornstarch or corn flour. Here's. So pull the skin straight off. What we're going to do is dice this down into nice little, well, pretty much a dice. Nice thick dice. I'm also going to keep the winglet, so we can fry that off as well. Just make sure you know which one's the winglet, so it's a bit obvious. So I'm just going to cut around that wing. Chop that in there. So we dice that up, and that can go in. So dice this down very carefully. Just going to drop this straight in. Beautiful. So here's my Argentinian shrimp. So the veins have already taken out, it's deshelled, so it's good to go. I love this shrimp. You get it from Trader Joe's. It's really, really good quality shrimp. I love it. I think it's one of the best. Well, one of the best, yeah, but not the best. The acidity is perfect. Bit of sweetness. You got still a bit of sharpness in there, so we're good with that. So nice little pinch of salt. Not too crazy. Don't go too ham on it. Little touch of black pepper. So give that a little stir around again, and we'll have a little taste. And that should be good to go for our pizza. Do so much with brisket. Brisket's great. Okay, so we've got our cast iron pan. I'm going to pop that in the oven. Actually, no. We're going to put it in here, then we're going to put it in the oven. Right, I'm with you. Because that would be very tricky. Chef, how would you put that in there? Yeah, you've got to put it in there regardless. So I can't heat it up. But that'll be fine. It'll come out nice. Welcome on in. Okay, so I think this is large enough now. So, oh yeah, this is definitely large enough. So what we're going to do is pretty much just kind of push this into the cast iron pan. I've got a little bit more of a thicker crust on this side, but that's okay. Just going to even it out now. So if I use half of this, just kind of push this down. Right, okay, so mozzarella. I hope we've got enough mozzarella for this. I feel like we should. Shh. Everyone likes a little bit of cheese, right? Says chef says a little bit. Look at that. Now for the sauce. Someone saucy git. Ladle. Ladle. Where are you? Oh, it's here. I know it's supposed to be dreidel, but shh. So let's grate this down. Little bit of parmesan on top. So it should be up to temperature now. Beautiful. Gonna get them nice and crunchy. So this is the chicken going in first. We'll do the shrimp afterwards. Shrimp won't take long at all. The chicken will take longer. Is your favorite? I like garlic. I like lots of things, to be honest with you. It's not like, you know, it's hard for a chef because I love all my ingredients and spices and things and that stuff like that. So it's hard to say like, oh yeah, this is the only spice I really like, or, you know, it can be difficult for me to kind of say, oh yeah, it's got to be this, or, you know. Look at that. So there we go. There's our general sauce, chicken and shrimp.